Hi, my name's Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. You are joining me in the middle of my celebration. So if you do not have a celebration catalog, you need to get one from me soon because it ends the end of February. If you don't have a January to June mini catalog, then let me know because I'd be happy to send you one if you are in the US. And before I get going with today's super cute little card, which is kind of fast, I'm going to just share a couple of things with you. So because we're in the middle of celebration, which is me celebrating our celebration, I have a couple of giveaways for you. So in order to win one of these two sets, I have the Punch Party set that I'll be giving away, and I have a Berry Blessings set that I'll be giving away. All you have to do is place any size order on my website and use the host code, unless your order's more than 150. If it's more than 150, you don't have to use the host code, you'll get in. Now, when you order from a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator's website and you intend to order from her, like if you intend to order from me, then you need to make sure that your picture, my picture, is on there. So when you first log on, it will have my name up in the corner, but sometimes if you're using a phone or a tablet, that stuff can, kind of get squished off. So at the very end, when you go to checkout, it should say that you're shopping with me, and it should say, have my picture. If you start from my website where it says Cheri at the top, then you'll know you're in the right place. But that ensures that you'll be in the drawing. So anybody who's placed an order from February 1st to February 16th, I'm gonna put all your names in the drawing, and one person will win one of this, and one person will win that. I'll draw this one first, and then I'll draw this one second. That way, it'll be even and fair. So then, a couple of other things. I have gotten the Butterfly Brilliance bundle. I haven't stamped with it yet, but I do have it, and you've probably been seeing things online with it. So in March, this will be one of my classes. Now this bundle, the stamps and the dies, will be in the annual catalog that starts in, I think it starts in May. They've shifted all of our catalog dates this year, and I think the catalog starts in May. So the stamps and the die you'll be able to get then, but you'll want to take the class from me because only in March will you be able to get this paper, and it's super adorable paper, and like the dies will cut out this. It's kind of a big die, and it will cut out this, and then there's also this really pretty wood grain paper. It's kind of different. It's a different texture of paper than we've ever had. I was expecting it to feel like balsa wood. It doesn't feel like that at all. It's paper, but it's a different texture. So this will be my March class. Now, these are while supplies last, and once they're gone because they won't be in the catalog. So you will need to sign up for it fairly soon. So I'm going to have the cutoff date fairly soon into March. You can't sign up until March. Actually, you can, because I'll have the class sign up starting soon, because I will be placing an order. I'll place an order on March 1st, and then I'll place another one like on March 10th, but there's no guarantee for those people. I don't have the exact dates. They'll be on my class page. There's no guarantee that those people will get these two things. So if you want to guarantee you get the whole entire class, then you'll want to sign up early. So that will be going up. And then I know a lot of you have enjoyed my team events where we do team Facebook events, and there's several of us that do YouTubes and Facebook Lives. And so for special things like this, we get together and we do a team event. So you get to see not just my stamping, but all the girls stamping. We're going to do one of those in March. I think maybe it's the 17th, which will be St. Patrick's Day. I'm not sure on the dates, but all of that will be in my email. And if you're one of my customers, you'll get an invite to that. So that's coming up. So then you'll have a ton of ways to use those supplies. I wanted to remind you that the Hey Chick class registration ends this weekend. It's going to be a ton of fun, so you'll want to do that. There's two sets. I only grabbed one of them. And then just to give you kind of a heads up, because you're going to start to see these, the girls that just did my winter retreat saw them, but my spring retreat registration will be coming up for that as well soon. But I wanted to let you know that the bundles that we'll be using, because I'm going to start showing them to you. I'm using one in today's tutorial. That way, because some of them match some of the celebration stuff, but celebration will be over by the time we do the spring retreat. But we're going to use Tranquil Thoughts, and you may not have even noticed it in the mini. Now I'm going to show you a card that we did in the winter retreat, just because I'm not going to really show you the card, but we used the die, which my lights are not aimed to my face, which means they're also not aimed to the card because they're aimed down for a minute when I stamp. But the dies in this are lovely. Now the spring retreat is going to focus on embossing. It's snowing. I just looked out my window. It's snowing pretty hard. Embossing and blending brushes and different kinds of techniques. So not what the winter retreat just did. It won't be coloring at all. So it's Tranquil Thoughts, and it is Pretty Perennials, that bundle. And then the bundle I'm using today is Brushed Blooms. So those will be the 3 bundles that you can get if you get the entire thing. If you have some of them now and you want to, or you can't wait and you want to get some of them now, I'll have the 3 options again where you can get the whole shebang, which you get a lot of freebie stuff that way. And that includes all 3 of the bundles and everything to make all 12 projects and free stuff. Or you can get just the supplies to make the 12 projects, or you can get just the videos. So the project we're going to do today, I'm going to use the Field and Flowers paper. I'm going to use the Darling Donkeys, and I'm going to use the stamp set I just showed you. So let me aim my camera down, and then we'll get going on that card. Okay, for this one, I'm going to start, and I'm just going to run the die through. So the dies for the bundle are, it's like this, and it cuts the giant piece through. It's really fun. So I just have half a sheet of basic white cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it in half just so I kind of know where I want to aim the die. This is the only thing I'm going to run through the die machine. So put this on here. And it's just going to make the front window thing for us. I don't want it to go speed bump, and because this machine is a little large, you're able to kind of angle it so it doesn't go speed bump. Just laying that through. Do I have too many pieces? I do. Sometimes I have, because I filmed more than one card, I have a whole bunch of pieces laying over here. So put this on straight again, and then make it not go speed bump. Now line it up. Now it will fit. So roll this through. And it does 2 things. There's a bunch of ways you can use it. Now the stamp set that comes in the bundle comes with stamps that you can stamp through these. This is just going to give us these fun little pieces here, and then you can see it gives us the window. So we've got this. Now let's stamp. I need a couple of these. I don't need all of them, but we'll just pull them off there, and then I'm going to put the extras that I don't use in my stamp case, so I'll have them for later if I ever want to. Now I've cut a piece of the Field and Flower designer series paper in 4 by 5.5. Now the really fun thing about this is we're going to mount it here to make this fun little window, so our donkey's standing in a field. But then when we open it later, we're going to get the benefits of both sides of our cardstock, which is our designer series paper. I always love when that happens because so often we don't get to see both sides of our paper. And then I have a little scrap of white. So let's do our stamping. We need 2 of our donkeys. You could do all 3. I thought about doing all 3, and the only reason I didn't was for time. But you could do the 3rd and put her on the inside of the card. This is kind of a birthday card for maybe one of your girlfriends, a sister. So let's stamp this donkey here. And then this donkey here. And then there is a happy birthday in this donkey stamp set. But I really like this little saying that comes in. I don't remember what it's called. Let me see what it's called. The Brushed Blooms. So I'm going to use it. And And it goes on one of these. And I'm going to do it first because if I mess up, then I can do another one. So it says, let's paint the town as long as I'm home by 9. So it's kind of fun, you know, as you get older. It's kind of fun card to give to your friends. So now we're going to color these. And I'm just going to use my blends. So I don't have very many colors. And I want to kind of match the paper. So the paper has the granny apple, the poppy, the mango, and then black. So that makes it easy to match. Pull out a piece of scrap because that black especially can bleed through. So for the little saying here, I'm just going to take my mango and just kind of give a squish through as long as I'm home by 9. And then I'm going to take just the tip. She's just holding one flower, but I wanted to kind of get both colors on the flower. So just the tip of the flower, I put a little bit of mango, and then I'm going to take my dark poppy and do one swish through Let's Paint the Town and color the bottom half of the flower, the poppy. And then I've got the granny apple green. So I'm just coloring this flower so it looks like she's pulled one of the flowers from the field that's going to be mounted behind her. And then I have the light black. You could use the dark black too. You just have to be kind of careful because I want her hooves to be a little bit darker than her body. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the dark black. And the same for her little fringe up on top. So it's just a little bit of a different color. And then I have the light petal pink for the insides of her ears. Again, just so her body isn't all the same gray. And then I have my light and dark granite. So I'm going to start with the dark. I'm going to use my brush tip and get her feet. That way I can blend that black, the light black with the gray granite. And it keeps them the same tone, but they're just a little bit darker than the rest of her body because it has that little accent of the black. Same with her hair. And then on this one, I'm going to outline some of her with the dark gray. Just kind of like around the sections where you want it to be different. So she's got some. And then on here over her, I can't talk. On her over here, I'm going to make more of her, just so they don't look like they're the exact same color. And I could have grabbed some smoky slate. I could have gotten, you know, some browns, but I didn't want it to take forever. She's a cartoon, so it's not like we want to take forever coloring her. But now she'll just be a little bit darker than her, but they'll be the same tones. Now I'll take my light and blend both of these. And you do want to leave a little bit of white so it doesn't have, so she's not solid color. And I was kind of wispy when I colored them because, you know, she has fur, so she can be a little wispy. It doesn't have to be a solid coat of color. So just kind of wisp that around, and you can see she's a little bit darker now than her sister. I just think this is a fun sister-girlfriend kind of card. So there we have those. Super fast coloring. It doesn't take anything much. I'm going to give her a tiny bit more pink back in the ear because I kind of brushed over it. Just kind of breaking this up just a tad. Then I'm going to take my snips and I'm going to cut those out, but you don't need to see me do that. So I'll do that, and then I'll be back in just a second. I did want to say, I don't know if I said it because sometimes when I'm cutting, I'm like, did I say that? The retreat is online, and even though it happens over a weekend, you don't have to be there during the weekend. You can watch the videos. They come out at spread out times. So you can just watch them at your leisure, and you can watch them up to a year. So even if you're not available the weekend of the retreat, you can still watch them whenever. It's a ton of fun. You have a really good time. So here's 2 of the pieces that popped out from this, and I'm going to color those as ground. So I'm going to take just a little wisp of brush tip of my black, because it's got like little ground marks in it. Kind of, if you've seen the chicken scratches, it reminds me of the chicken scratches. And then a little wisp of you can kind of see them through on there, of the gray granite, the dark, and then I'm gonna blend it all with the light. So this is, and you can get away with the black on this because of the black paper. So just kind of mush it all around. Just gonna have a little place for our donkeys to sit. It doesn't have to be solid. Again, we're going cartoon here. Even the saying is not an elegant, fancy birthday. It's, you know, you want to be home by 9. It's kind of a play on painting the town red. So you can see how fun that black kind of just washes into that, but it gives a nice highlight to some of these little chicken scratches. And I'll take an up close picture because I know it'll be a little bit hard to see in the video, and put it on my website, and then you can go there. Now to mount this, I wanted it to have a little bit of a window effect. So take your dimensionals, and then I added 5. So I put 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom, and 1 in the middle. So just where you can fit the largest patch there. So pull those on, and then pull the backs off. Like that. And then just lay this inside here. So it's kind of, here's the fold. So this is 4 inches, and of course the card's 4 1/4, so you have a little bit of give either side. And then that will just grab that, like that. And see, it's nice and fun because you have this. So you could easily stamp the other donkey and put her in here, because that would be really cute. Especially if there's more than 2 of you going out. And I didn't pop, it's really snowing right now. I didn't pop those last couple out. A couple of them stayed in there, but they'll fall out. The first time I ran it through, they all fell out. There we go. Now they're all gone. And then you just kind of decide where you want the things. So I want last time I got my card dirty, and I really wanted her on the bottom, and that's not how it fell. So I wanted this little extra space. That's why I put this down here. So let's have, if you use your seal and you don't like it, you can move it. So let's put her down here. And I did all this stuff flat, so it would kind of give a little bit of, wouldn't compete with the popping window. So now she's sitting here. And then I think on this one, I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to cut that off. That's why I went towards one end. I want it to just go kind of into that, but not all the way. And then just turn this over so you have a nice straight line here. And just trim that off. And then if you need a little bit more adhesive here to hold it flat. There we go. And then wherever she needs to go so she can be on the card. Her feet might need to go underneath. I'm gonna put her little road here. And again, I might have it go off the card. But I like this part that has the black, so let's go this way. Then I'm gonna have her stand on the little saying. Kind of highlight that out, and plus she's got the flower. I wanted her to be up there, but I was trying to cover up a smudge on my other one. go. And again, just flip it over. And trim that off. So isn't that sweet? It's hard for me to get closer up when I've done my camera front facing. But then you have this. You could put the happy birthday on the inside. There's the little stars. You could stamp another little flower. I'll show you the positioning of my other one. And I'll get some up close pictures on my log so you can go see those. So it's super cute. Didn't take very long at all. The longest part's the coloring, but it's easy, super easy coloring. So remember, I will have the host code. I'll have my email. I'll get my classes updated for the upcoming classes. The only one that has registration on right now is the chickens. So you can sign up for the chickens. And then the other ones will be coming, and I'll have some information about the butterflies and the upcoming signing up for the retreat. As it's snowing, I want the spring retreat to be here. It's snowing really hard. So everybody have a great day, and I will catch you back here later. Bye.